It's Felicity with HRH TV, and I'm here with Angels or Kings. How are you doing today?
Great, thank you. Really good.
Fantastic.
I'm a bit rough, to be honest. I'll say I'm fine.
Fantastic. And did you guys enjoy last night?
Last night was brilliant. The audience were absolutely superb. Yeah. Really enjoyed it. Great reception.
Brilliant.
What made it for us was the on-stage sound monitor. Whoever did the monitors did a really good job, and it's knowing that you can hear yourself, you know what you're playing, and you can hear everyone. Then you can get into it more. It's like in the past we've had not so good mixes, and you get a bit lost. So no, it was excellent last night. The crowd were brilliant. Great venue as well.
Definitely. And I mean, the place was packed out for it as well. You had such a big crowd there. I mean, had you been expecting that, like, in the run-up to the fest?
Really, I don't think you can expect anything. Well, we don't. We certainly don't.
We just don't expect anything, do we?
The thing was as well, we weren't expecting to be actually on. Sorry about that. We weren't actually expecting to be on at that time. We thought we'd be on a fair bit earlier, so we weren't expecting that many people at all, and we didn't expect to be on second to the end. We thought we'd be on second to the beginning or even first. So anything was a bonus, and to come out and see that many people was fantastic.
You could tell the crowd were up for it though, because when we were watching Tiger Tails, yeah, we were cheap, and Tiger Tails had them already jumping up. You know, they're all ready to go for it, weren't they? They're all partying, so it was good to go on after that. Yeah.
No, it's really good to see a band that's kind of done what you've done, coming back and playing shows like this. And when you kind of decided to get back together completely as a bizarre, random sequence of events, I mean, were you kind of thinking, yes, we could be doing stuff like this? Or was it simply a case of, actually, it's really nice to see each other again, so we might as well play a couple of shows?
We hadn't stopped seeing each other. We still hung out, and we were still mates, and we still were into this kind of music and all other kinds of music, and we still used to get together and listen to stuff. But in terms of getting back together, I think it was just years of going to Firefest and seeing its popularity increase and seeing that people were still interested in that kind of music, and then just kind of almost like a beer-based dare of, let's see if we can write a few tracks and see what happens.
It wasn't about that we just decided to get back together. We'd all been writing anyway, so everyone's like, when we get together, it's like, what have you been doing this weekend? Well, I've got these songs, what have you been doing? I've got these lyrics. So we were all at that point where we were like, oh, what should we do with them? Just nothing, because we said, we used to go around to each other's houses, listen to this, oh, that's all right, that. Why don't we do it?
Do it more formally. Yeah.
And Steve's put a little studio in his house, so everything's there, you know, the Mac and everything for doing it. It's not like you have to lump all gear down to rehearsal room and then sit in a cold rehearsal room and then pay a fortune to do demos. It was all done at Steve's house to start with.
Shabby Road, it's called.
Shabby Road, yeah.
And it is.
It's not that shabby.
It's had a makeover.
Shabby Road, like, reinvented.
Yeah.
I like it. And yeah, I mean, the album that you brought out, I mean, it had, like, people were so getting behind it. People really enjoyed it. And so I'm guessing that you were happy with the kind of response you got to that.
Really surprised, really pleased, really pleased. Yeah.
Surprised.
I mean, it probably maybe about 3 years or so in the making in terms of getting the final choices of songs together and then saying, oh, we want a better one than that, and then looking at what kind of song we didn't think we had for the album and just fine-tuning everything, and then at the very end just going into the studio to do the final mixes and stuff. But you always believe in your own product, but then when other people start saying nice things about it, that's absolutely fantastic.
I mean, the whole scene, I mean, you guys were frequent visitors to Rock World and that whole scene, like, growing up. Like, the first club that I ever illegally went to underage. Has a lot of fond memories. But, I mean, everything's changed so much since then. It must be incredible for you guys to be able to see just how much the music scene has actually changed.
Yeah, I mean, it's changed a lot. But, you know, going back to your point about Rock World, I mean, we were just never out of that place. And the Banshee and Maxime's and Rock City and...
They've all gone. Well, Rock City hasn't, obviously.
No.
But, the Rock World is a Tesco now. Do you live in Manchester?
Yeah, I live in Manchester.
Oh,
so no, I was heartbroken along with everyone else when that got turned into Tesco's.
Yeah.
But quite entertained at the fact that actually they then had to do, like, sewage works for about a year and a half afterwards to try and get rid of the smell, because that's something that got so wrong.
That's whose fault.
So yeah, that was entertaining. But now I mean, do you think it's a positive thing, like, the way that things have evolved? And do you think that, like, now you've got so many different opportunities to kind of get out there to people that it's benefiting you more now than it did them?
I think the internet's been a positive thing for us. That's helped us no end. You know, that wasn't around the first time. And for a band of our size, you know, it's great to be able to get things out quickly to a lot of people easily on the internet. It really has helped us that, so I'd say that's definitely a plus point for us, having
People
the
used
internet.
to send us letters.
That was me. That was me.
That's before your time.
Wow.
That's how else could they get in touch? So yeah, letters. We used to get letters.
They did, it's true. There were two.
Yeah. Two. Yeah.
I wrote one and Tony wrote the other.
We were pen pals, really. It wasn't a fan club. We were pen pals. No, but it's good because I love it because the support that like this does for HRH does for melodic, because you've got great thrash music. You know, all that, there's a great mix of everything. But what you've done is let the melodic bands have a chance. And what it is, the melodic fans never went away. But music evolves, doesn't it? But you still, people that like Coney Hatch and Night Ranger from the 80s, you still love them songs. And this gives, we're not saying we're as good as any of them, but with more of that style than anything that's evolved from them early days. And to give it a platform to carry on, it's brilliant. Firefest was brilliant. I don't know what, this Rockingham's going to get behind it, which I think it needs supporting.
I think the thing was, even for people, bands of our era and fans of that time, nobody stopped liking and enjoying the music. There just became less and less places to go to see those bands and enjoy that kind of music, but everybody, still enjoyed it in the background, and the internet and Firefest and HRH and all those kinds of things gave us the opportunity to start getting together on a more regular basis.
And it's like people have said, oh, you've jumped on the bandwagon. And you're like, what bandwagon? It's like melodic rock bandwagon. This. It's like, oh, we know what you've done. You jumped on the melodic rock. Well, if we were going to jump on a bandwagon, it'd be something that sells millions, wouldn't it?
Oh, brilliant. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to chat. It's been a real pleasure.
Brilliant, thanks for asking us.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I'm sure that, we are going to see more of you on the scene, which is really, really exciting. Yeah, I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic rest of the day.
Thank you very much.
Brilliant, thanks a lot.
We'll see you in Tesco's in Manchester.
See you in Tesco.